Hi everybody, today I want to show you how to easily mix two materials and create very nice effects. So let's start. Okay, this is a very basic tutorial, so create a new scene, general. Okay, let's add a plane, mesh plane, S to scale. Okay, let's move it G, Z axis. Okay. All right. Let's pull up shader editor. Okay. Shader editor. Okay. And let's create a new material. Okay. New. Okay. And to hide this side menu. Okay. Zoom in. And we have our principled BSDF. Also, let's switch to render view. Okay. And now let's change maybe this color to some yellow. Okay. And let's add another principled BSDF. So we can copy this or by Shift D, or we can Shift A and search for principled BSDF. Okay. And now this color I will set to maybe red. And now we want to mix these two material principled BSDFs. So Shift A, mix, search for mix shader. Let's plug it here. Okay. And this one to the second slot. But now the problem is the factor. We have this slider factor, and this factor combines these two materials, but we want to appear this material, top material, and this bottom material. So we want to plug here some color ramp. Okay, so let's go ramp, color ramp. Okay, now let's change to constant, for example. Let's add some mapping, Ctrl T. Okay, we don't need image texture, so we can delay it with maybe Ctrl delay. I don't know if it works here. No. Okay, so we have to plug this to the factor. Okay, change from UV to vector. Okay, and now let's distribute stops from left. So as you can see, now we have two principled BSDF materials on our object. And now we can do a lot of things with these two principled BSDF. For example, we want only this red sector, this red selection, to be more metallic and a little bit less roughness. So we can set it maybe something like this. And this now only affects this red color. If I would unplug this from factor, you can see now this is something like alpha. So this is only this bottom principled with red color, and now only this base color yellow from this top material. But if we plug this to factor, again we can control this very precisely. So for example, we can add here some noise texture, search for noise. Okay, of course we can add here some ramp, color ramp, to control this more precisely. Okay, as you can see now, this is very beautifully applied only to this principled BSDF, bottom principled BSDF. And of course we can control the location, rotation, and scale in this mapping node. You can, of course, rotate this by 3 axes, X, Y, and Z. So we have a full control of position, of rotation of our material. We can scale it. Okay. And we can, of course, also replace this with, for example, some textures. So Shift A, and let's search for wave texture, and we will plug this to factor. Okay. And now we can, of course, apply Ctrl T for mapping. Okay, let's change object to vector. And let's change maybe to rings, and let's choose spherical. Okay, and as you can see here now, some gradient smooth we see here, so we want to add some maybe ramp color, of course. So Shift A, search for ramp, color ramp. Okay, and now let's change this to distribute evenly and to constant, and now we have these nice straight rings, spherical rings on every face of our object. And like this bottom material, we can, of course, control every aspect of this principled BSDF. And again, let's delete this, and let's add some maybe Musgrave textures. So again, hide factor, Ctrl T. Okay, object to vector, and now we can increase a little bit or decrease scale. Okay, and we can move this to the left to see more of these holes, these strange shapes of Musgrave texture. Okay, and again, with mapping we can control every aspect of this slot, so location, rotation, and scale. This is everything is available for us to change. And nice thing is that if you want only these regions or these yellow regions to be shiny, or only this region of Musgrave texture to be shiny, you can now control this separately in those two principled BSDF by changing these values here. And we achieve this by applying color ramp to factor and Musgrave texture, and you can experiment with other textures as well. Once again, let's delete this, and now we can apply maybe Voronoi texture. Okay, let's plug this to the factor. Okay, Ctrl T maybe, and let's scale it a little bit. Okay, maybe let's change this scale here. Okay, let's add object to vector, and then let's bring to the left this white, maybe this much, and now we have those abstract texture. Okay, so this was just basic explanation of how to mix two materials together, but to more precisely controlling them. So thank you for watching, and goodbye. See you in next tutorial.